Hello everyone and welcome to today candlestick technical market analysis. I'm gonna do like every Tuesday big picture charts. We are the 22nd of September and quickly like also I like to do on Tuesday a specific not strategy, but this time it's more about an example to put into perspective what sometimes I do speak, and for some of you guys it might not make sense. I thought yesterday on Bund it was a good possible example of a pullback. So you had obviously the initial balance, we saw equities goes down, we saw, let me just have my pointer, here we saw this is 5-minute candle. Okay, so we saw the Bund going up, and here you have what time is it? I think it's around 8:15. You have this kind of hesitation, and you are wondering, obviously, if you want to have a passive entry, what could be a possible area to have some bids filled. So this is where we were live at the same times, almost maybe couple of seconds or minutes of difference, because here we didn't touch 40 and here we did touch 40, but you can check on your charts. The idea here is you see your volume here, okay, per price, you see, and that gives you a feeling that obviously the next big figure that have been traded is between 28, 27, 26, 25 and 24. Okay. Then when you have this kind of indications, obviously it's just, as usual, it's just an example. Okay. You don't have to use that because I'm watching it. It's more about you, the way you use tools. It just always has to make sense. I always find very hard and almost impossible to trade on the back of someone tools and indicators without understanding what it means. You're gonna trade thinking, I know the guy next to me used that. I'm not sure what it means, but I'm using it. And what happens is, obviously, you're not sure, you're not committed, and you can't really be involved. Okay, so maybe you can use something else, but the idea here is to say, okay, I've got my structure in place. I could be a trend there on the Bund. Now let's see where I can be, where I can find an entry. As soon as you've got this kind of area here between 28 and 25, 24, double check on the charts, okay? What is 28? And you just find that 28 was the previous day, you see, before the market had a reaction, because we went from straight line 22 prices, so it does look like this level is already known, if I may say. And it's also the first time that all the way up here, the first real, not real, but big enough offer was at 28. And then this is why you see we've been trading much more here between 28 and 24. So all this area for me is a possible entry price. Now, in terms of strategy, and I said it a couple of times, but we do have a lot, always some new people coming in. Now, what should you choose? Okay, for me, the strategy in terms of risk reward is not only based on P&L. It's based on you think in the future. So you based on your target. What's my target? So is it just, if I buy here, I'm just targeting to retest the high here at 36 at about 10 points. So basically what you can do is probably, yes, be on the buy side around 26, 25, even 24, because you want to optimize your entry. Okay, so because you are targeting just about 10 to 15 ticks. That's your first strategy. But like I said, your entry deep is related to your exit strategy. So this is why you always have to think about the three main components of a trade: the entry, the invalidation price, and the exit. Okay. So now that you've got this assessment, you're thinking, okay, actually my strategy, not 10 ticks. I think if the market retraces to this area and then come back here, it's for a break of the highs. So I might target more, I don't know, 25, 30, 40 ticks. So here, the strategy is, I'm not bothered to not have a 24 or 25. I'm happy to start to buy at 28. Okay. 28, 29, because my worry is on a trend day like that, they might not have enough short to get me in, and really basically I take the risk on my entry. Okay, I take the 5-6 ticks here on my entry because I'm targeting 30 ticks. So my reward will be done later on. When on my first example, your reward was basically your entry because you really wanted to optimize. Because it was only a 10 ticks, 15 ticks target. I hope it's clear. And you see what happened? We did hesitate, and we did hit 28, but not much. And this is the main point here. You see, we couldn't do it. And after, you see, it went through to 47. So that's already a 20 points move. Okay, I do have also the example, but I can't go through about, how the market built here this line and this top here, which you see he struggled to hold at 46, 47. I might do another stream on that. Became a very nice pullback here. Previous stops, always very good to monitor. Now, like I said, it's about precision in terms of entries. And I think you will be rewarded if you have a clear strategy. Instead of thinking, well, sometimes I think 28 could be a buy, or market is getting at 26, I'm going out, And if you're like, what's your target? 40 ticks up. Well, 2 ticks down in this area. That was, sometimes we have to give ourselves some room. Okay, I know we want to be perfect, we want to optimize everything, but sometimes it does make sense to say, I think the market can do 28, but why not going to 26, even 24? It's not up to me really to decide that. Or you wait for 28, but you see on this candle here, on this one, it did touch 28, 29, and 5 minutes later it's already at 36. So then it's become about being able to click, but might not be filled. So it's a balance. But interesting. I thought it was an interesting example of how you have to base your entry. I think it's clever. I find it makes sense to do it with your target in sight and thinking, okay, what do I want to optimize here? Sometimes it's not the entry, and sometimes we take too much attention on our entries, and like I said, we got scared because suddenly it's trading 25 and we are long at 28, not prepared. We are just like, oh no, God, and we just probably go out at 25 or 24, and you see what could happen here. So make sure you see, the market was basically, after the Bund was telling us, first time he hit 28, that coincided with this line, retraced only 4 prices, breaks the high, then you see on the second chart here, 5 minutes, he did retest here. And after, he finds the way to go up. And it's also, you see, try to understand where the market is holding, what price has been trading a lot, what makes sense for the market to hold. I was just an example, but because I'm often talking about pullbacks, passive entry, like I said, strategy. Do you take your risk on your entries, or do you optimize your entry? Basically, you make your reward on your entry, because if you do optimize, so yeah, that's the kind of example. Now, like I said, it might not be enough to take each time a trading decision, but this is about the mentality. This is about the mentality you have. And because also last week I wanted to do also this slide, because last week I talked about live reading. And those situations, if you forget that here and you cut the charts here, it was not that obvious that market will go to 40, then retrace to 28 and so on. So this is pure just adaptation to the market. You have your scenario. Your scenario probably was, if the market exits this range here, this box around 14 overnight and Fridays could go up. Okay, we did have volume. The market started to go up. That's your first strategy. Maybe Bund is expected to have an uptrend, a rally day. Okay, that's the first assessment. Now this is live reading. This is live saying, wow, okay, this level stopped the market, which is something obviously that is an indication. We find some energy, we built here, you see, we did hesitate. Compare, you see, to the 23 here, it was only 88 lots. And 2 ticks above, there is 3,000 lots. Imagine the difference. And try to think, okay, what would make sense? Like I said, this is live reading. This is the way you always have to keep watching your charts, okay? And not only order flow. Order flow is obviously a critical point. But first, if you are not sure that you have to watch between 28 and 25 here, what you're going to do is you're going to focus on 32. You're going to see someone buying 100 lot 32. Okay, I'm thinking it's a good buy. And you're going to buy 32 and boom, we are on 28. And this is where you're improvising. So obviously use your order flow. You see 28. We reload, I think, a couple of times. 29, 30. Okay, I'm happy. This is definitely a clear validation. But first, if you have no clue, you might have done the same assessment at 37, 33, 30. And then your market is 28 and you're just like, wow, what's going on? Every time I'm buying highs, it doesn't break, and so on and so on.